Hello, this is Robert Wang and Katrina Lanahan, and we will be presenting our evaluation of the Consumers Energy website. Consumers Energy is a primary public utility company in western and northern Michigan, providing energy to more than 6 million of Michigan's 10 million residents. The Consumers Energy website provides company information, educational resources, transactional features related to bill payment, and the ability to report power outages. Recently, Consumers Energy launched a complete company website redesign. In order to gain insights and understand best practices, Consumers Energy partnered with the University of Michigan to conduct an assessment of their current site. To assess and evaluate the Consumers Energy website, we utilized 5 different research methods. First, we conducted 2 stakeholder interviews to determine top priorities for the website's evaluation. These interviews were followed by 5 client interviews across a broad spectrum of demographics. From these interviews, we generated 3 personas and 3 scenarios to help the web redesign team focus on end users' attitudes, goals, and motivations related to using the website. Next, we sent a web survey via the monthly Consumers Energy newsletter. This survey was sent to 600,000 customers, opened by 130,000, and responded to by 53 individuals. To supplement this data, we included a qualitative assessment of 740 open-ended customer feedback comments. This data allowed us to assess client needs and identify broad categories which warranted further investigation. Next, we engaged in a comparator analysis to gather best practices used in similar websites and noted potential areas for improvement on the Consumers Energy site. Within this analysis, we included multiple types of comparators. A heuristic evaluation followed this, in which 5 evaluators carefully went through the Consumers Energy website and noted problems according to Jacob Nielsen's 10 heuristics. Problem areas were then rated on a severity scale from 0 to 3. Finally, we recruited 5 Consumers Energy customers to conduct usability testing on the website. Each test lasted 30 to 45 minutes and was guided by an interviewer and a note-taker. By synthesizing information gathered from all these methods, we were able to generate key findings and recommendations for the Consumers Energy website. However, before we discuss these findings, it's important to note some of the limitations of our study. The company informed us that their user base roughly mirrored the general population of Michigan. However, we were unable to recruit stratified samples. Therefore, our results may not be representative of the general Consumers Energy population. At our client's request, business customers were not included in our analysis. Because of this exclusion, our analysis cannot address the needs of this population. Our evaluation was incremental, and as we completed each section of our evaluation, we may have gradually become more inclined to find certain problems on the website. This potentially made some of our conclusions more biased towards these findings. The Consumers Energy website is quite large, and we only were able to conduct an analysis of some of the sections and pages. This limited the reach of our analysis. Lastly, we were constrained by the allotted time for each section of our research. Because of this, we were sometimes unable to reach all aspects of the site. With these limitations and our study acknowledged, Katrina will now share with you about our findings and recommendations.
Our first finding was that users found the site's organization and navigation confusing. For instance, during our usability testing, individuals had difficulty navigating from the e-services section of the site to find the page to sign up for green energy. This page is located outside of e-services, but users expected to find the sign up under payment options. Further supporting this finding was our heuristic evaluation, which uncovered that page names and links are not consistent on the site. There are instances where links with almost identical names go to completely different locations. For example, the Create Payment Arrangement, Enroll in Budget Plan, and Enroll in Payment Plan links have similar names but lead to completely different transactional pages. This lack of consistency makes navigating the site very confusing for users. To mitigate this problem, we recommend organizing pages in an intuitive way for users. User preferences can be solicited by further interviews and usability testing. The number of links on each page should also be limited so as not to overwhelm and confuse users, and page links and names should be consistent. Our next finding was that the look and placement of visual cues confused users. For example, in our heuristic evaluation, we discovered that exclamation points and X's were being used as symbols indicating delayed payments. These symbols are not traditional in this context and may confuse users. During our usability testing, we also found that important links or functions were difficult to find because they were often small or placed in unexpected locations. For instance, the login was located on the lower left-hand corner of the screen instead of the top right, where many users expect to find it. To remedy these problems, we recommend placing links and information in locations which users expect to find. Important links and information should be larger as a visual cue to users. Our last finding is that users lack the flexibility on the site to customize their services and experience. Users can currently only view their energy use across a single calendar year. However, users would like to compare several years of their energy use side by side. During our interviews, several customers commented that they want more flexibility in payment options. Customers feel like they can't set up a payment arrangement in a way that's comfortable for them. To address these problems, we recommend making bill payment features more salient. We also recommend creating an energy usage analysis tool with more extensive features. As we conclude our presentation, we would like to thank Consumers Energy for working with us over the past several months. We hope that our findings and recommendations have been useful and we will help as Consumers Energy works toward creating a redesigned website.